to introduce the Glasdon Jubilee bin. This is our premier bin within the range. As you can see from the offset, it's a square litter bin. On the top section, it has a dome top. This is for a couple of reasons. First of all, it does reduce the risk of people putting things on top of the bin, and it also does reduce the risk of rain pooling. I'd like to talk a little bit about the material itself. It requires no painting. It won't actually chip, it won't dent. If it gets scratched, it's self-coloured all the way through, and it will pretty much look in a similar condition sort of in all weathers. So from a point of view of that. The other thing to look at it as well is it's very much a traditional bin. It's very aesthetically pleasing, and it will complement most areas that you have in mind. And it's very attractive in design, as you can see, which is important within the street furniture. If we move to the actual top section of the bin, as you can see, it does have 4 apertures, which is very important because it means that you can get access from either side. However, if you didn't require 4 apertures, you do have the ability to blank off 1 or 2 of the apertures, depending on what you would like. So it is very multifunctional, which is very important. As we move down to the apertures themselves, there's been a lot of thought and a lot of detail gone into every part of this product, as well as the apertures. As you can see, the apertures are designed to the overhang, which actually reduces any litter dropping down the side of the bin. The other great thing about it is the actual angle on the apertures as well. Now that actually reduces a lot of the dirt ingress built up as well. Again, it maintains the quality, the cleanliness of the bin, so it makes it far easier on there. A lot of the features on this bin come as standard, and as you can see, gold banding, litter legends, the tiny man on here, they're all standard on this bin, as well as a top stubber plate. It's all standard. The actual bin itself, as we move down, you'll notice a ribbon effect on here. Now this is not only makes the bin that is very aesthetically pleasing, the other important thing about it is that it reduces the risk of flyposting, which is very important when it's outside in the conditions. The bin itself, in terms of personalisation, has probably one of the most flexible levels of personalisation of any product we have. Not only will it give you the opportunity to have stickers on it, it will also allow you to have plaques, and most importantly, it will give you a tremendous advertising opportunity if in the event you wanted to sell sponsorship to various companies, etc. So it's extremely good in terms of multifunction. As we actually look at the bin itself, we will now look at the operation. The operation is very simple, which is very important. You have a very discreet little lip here. You have a keyed option, and you also have a very unique facility, which is a keyless option. Now I will show you the keyed option here. As I say, it's a triangular key. It's actually a lift up bin here as well. So you actually pull it out, and the door actually comes up. Now, I'd like to show you that on this bin itself, it has a very strong knuckle and rod hinge. This is very unique again to Glasgow. It's extremely strong. As you can probably see, I'm putting a huge amount of weight behind this, and the door is not actually moving in terms of the tip itself. If we move round to the lock itself, as you can see, it's a little bit of a catch here. Unlike a lot of locks where we have a slam shut lock or a top lock, this lock mechanism itself has very little friction, because as the door self-rises up and it drops onto the lock, it doesn't take a huge amount of friction, and it locks all the way around, as you can see. So every point of this bin is secure. It's not just one point, it's the whole lock. It locks in all the places possible there. As we move on to the liner itself, as you can see, with the liner itself, it's a pull-out liner. There's no lifting required, so therefore there's no heavy lifting, heavy strenuous or anything like that. It's available in a choice of liners. You also have a 100-litre poly liner, like so, or you have a galvanised liner here. Notice with this liner, the strength of the liner is quite important as well. We do actually make our liners extremely rigid, because obviously they do have to take a lot of wear and tear. We're also very conscious of operators. We don't want people putting their hands inside the bags, so we actually put the handles on the outside. That reduces anything like that. Now, as you see on this one, this has an optional extra, which is a bungee cord. Very simple design, but extremely effective. And that allows you just to empty the bag, scoot it out, tie up the bag and put it for collection. A new bag goes straight in. So as you can see, extremely easy, the opportunities on that. Again, the liner like so, just fits in there as well. And as you can see, it's a very simple operation. It pushes in there, it fits in like a glove. Slam shut lock, and effectively, that is a basic demonstration of the Glasdon Jubilee bin.